In case you missed it the other day, we had the last two NBA MVPs going at it in a FIBA qualifier. The game went to overtime, and we even got them matching up and going at each other mano a mano. So let's examine who played better and if the better team won the game. First off, Giannis was showing off his new and improved jump shot. You'll notice that his defenders are going to dare him to shoot with 6 feet of space. Giannis likes to do this thing where he looks down at the ground in front of him until he's gathering the ball into the shot. The left elbow doesn't stick out as much, the rhythm looks a lot better as he quickly gets the ball to the set point, and on mid-range shots, it's totally fine to shoot on the way down. As the clock winds down, you'll again see Giannis' man help one pass away to dare him to shoot the ball. He properly times the lifting of the arms with the right foot tap. His head does tilt back too much on this one. There is something funky going on with his offhand. It gets behind the ball, his wrist will rotate, but not impart much influence on the ball itself. When he has this much time and space, he's proving he can be reliable from back there. On the step-up screen, the ball handler forces Jokic to slide with him, opening up the pop on the left wing. Good rhythm to keep the ball down until the right foot is planting, and the kind of wide-open look I'm sure he'll get in the NBA for a long while until he proves he can knock him down consistently. Considering how big Jokic is, he doesn't only rely on post-ups down low, and it was unclear why Thanasis Antetokounmpo wasn't guarding him out there, as he uses his overhead two-motion slingshot to increase their lead early in the third. Down the stretch, with Serbia in firm control, this felt like a dagger as we got the marquee matchup between the two MVPs, and I'm sure the Greek freak thought he had him right where he wanted him until Jokic uncorks my latest obsession, the one-footed three. But even harder is a fadeaway off the right foot, twisting to his left, and it lands perfectly. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Giannis finds the most impact on the floor when in transition, as you need at least 2 defenders to wall up in front of him or else he's embarrassing you. He can end the dribble with his gather step behind the three-point line and still get to the rim with a legal 1-2 as he squeaks by the defender for a nice lefty finger roll. In this game, he was also just filling a lane and letting guys like Nick Calathes fire him a beauty of a pass as he almost shows the baseball pass to Thanasis before dumping it off to the trailing Giannis while Jokic can't keep up behind him. There's nothing you can do on a 2-on-1 with the proper spacing as Calathes is wide on the right side, Giannis is streaking to the goal on the left, and the alley-oop helps cut the Serbians' early lead. Meanwhile, the most common way for Jokic to score is getting that big body down near the hoop and displaying strength and touch. This pick and roll is designed to take advantage of the switch by Greece. The mouse in the house has no chance as Jokic attacks immediately for the little jump hook. The Greeks kept Thanasis on Jokic for a lot of the game, and when guarding him near the hoop, you have to be extremely disciplined, i.e. not gambling for an unlikely steal of the inbounds pass. What you have is another mouse in the house on the help, and I love how he can moonball these short shots to avoid any block attempts. No need for fancy offense, just a quick cross screen, then patience to wait for Thanasis again to take himself out of the play with the gamble. It's over as soon as he corrals the pass, and doubling with a guard won't do much to stop him either. Being able to stop a big low post scorer can be almost impossible, and so can finding the right skincare for your face if you're a man. Geology has become the go-to for me with an incredible set of face wash and creams that are easy to use, make your face feel fantastic, and have people telling me how much younger I'm looking. Geology is partnering with Project Sanctuary, one of the only organizations serving veterans, spouses, caregivers, and children as a family unit. Project Sanctuary reconnects families and restores hope through therapeutic retreat and long-term family support services. Right now, Geology is partnering with Booze Bears to create 333 NFTs with 100% of all proceeds being donated to Project Sanctuary. In addition to the NFT sales, Geology will be donating 1 skincare set for every NFT minted to be given to a military veteran. Purchasers of the collaboration NFT will also gain access to exclusive offers, products, and merch from both Geology and Booze Bears. You'll also get 50% off their trial kit, so not only will you save money, discover a simple-to-use routine for great skincare, but you'll be helping some of the most important people in our community. In the third, Giannis decided to stop all these short shots, but watch how Jokic uses his right leg to leverage Giannis out of the way just enough to get the clean catch and then leaves the right foot down, jumping in a split stance to get the shot off before the defense can even react. What's interesting to me about Giannis' game is that in the half court, so much of his game is played like a power forward in the 90s. Lots of ball screens and rolls, and despite poor spacing, they can still draw the foul or else risk an easy bucket. When the defense allows the ball into the middle of an inside ball screen, there is virtually no way to stop the roll man from scoring, as Calathes throws the nice hook pass and Jokic has no chance to react. Here's a similar action. Allowing the ball to go middle simultaneously opens up the roll man, and when Serbia rotates the weak side corners man over, he can pass for a wide open 3 if he wanted to, or just glide past a much smaller defender for an easy lefty finger roll. It didn't even matter if the weak side corner was filled. Normally, you'd say the help defender would stop the roll man, no problem, but Giannis turns sideways to drift between the two defenders with excellent body control to softly lay this one in lefty. With under 2 minutes left, it looked like Serbia had this one under wraps with this crazy shot we already showed from Jokic. That's an 8-point lead with less than 90 seconds left. But credit the Nazis for this clutch corner 3 when the Serbian defender Kalinic decided to stick with Papanikolaou despite him not being a great shooter, but the lead is still a sizable 5 points. The rest then miss a clear foul on Serbia with his illegal ball screen, which causes Giannis to foul Jokic. However, ball don't lie, as Jokic chokes not one free throw, but both of them that would have undoubtedly iced the game. When Calathes goes for another lob to Giannis off the pick and roll, notice how the ball is on its way down, hasn't touched the rim yet, and had a clear chance to go in the basket on its own. This is tough since it happened so fast, but it's a clear goaltend and allowed Greece to inch closer than they should have. Here's where Jokic being too generous can actually hurt the Serbians. They force a switch out of Horns, then draw at least 3 defenders to the post. So he makes the right play by finding the open shooter. It's in and out, but Serbia should have this game in the bag with the offensive rebound. But you'll have to explain to me why Serbia doesn't immediately get the ball in Jokic's hands. Relying on their point guard to take an incredibly hard layup over 2 defenders, nobody really picks up the ball, leaving a 2-on-1 on the right side, and they find Tyler Dorsey open in the corner. Notice how he kicks out his foot to draw contact. Again, explain to me why they're not going to Jokic in the high post to dictate the possession. Instead, they let time run out on a pick and roll that ends up in a nearly impossible shot and overtime. The Greeks continue to hurt the Serbs with their pick and roll with Giannis out top, as Jokic moves to contain the ball, but catches the body when Giannis attacks on the catch and just dunks on him. But Jokic uses his bigger frame to his advantage on Giannis down low, as they use the old duck-in move to get Giannis pinned behind Jokic, who again attacks on the catch for the soft running hook. I'm sure the Greeks figured Giannis could handle him down low without a double team, and the Serbians weren't going to let that stand. The foolish gamble for the steal runs in the family, directly leading to the point-blank shot over the front of the rim. They show that same ball screen at the top of the key, unclear why Jokic stepped out this high on the ball. This collapses the defense, and their only hope is to foul. The Greeks' last chance was on this excellent steal to stop a surefire 2 points. Down 2 with 90 seconds left, you don't need a 3, but if you can find an open one in transition, by all means. Calathes thinks he's got a mismatch down low, but Lucic is a solid 6'8", and no matter, Jokic uses his reach to block the pass and get an incredible steal. Up 3, the Serbs want to hold the ball and run some clock down, and I guess since Giannis didn't have success, they go back to Thanasis on Jokic. I like how they dig down from the top to send a double, but it's a few seconds too late. Thanasis has no hope of keeping that big boy away from the rim on a spin move. The reach isn't going to do anything to a guy this good at handling the ball, and now they've got an insurmountable lead. With the game hanging in the balance and a lot of pressure on the shot, the Serbs give Giannis all the room they can give him, and the mechanics look pretty good, but he can't hit it. And when Dorsey again tries to draw contact on a 3-point shot, this time the ref catches him, calls the offensive foul, and the Serbians come away with a hard-fought victory. While Giannis had the better production, Jokic put up some monster numbers as well, and more importantly, led his team to a victory. I cannot wait for these two to match up in the NBA this season and spark an international rivalry we didn't know we needed, but desperately want to watch.